humbling to be in the presence of everyone here. And thank you so much for the commitment that you made. Talked about a lot of ideas over the last couple days, and there's been some really good discussion. And thank you all for sharing your stories tonight. Again, really, it's humbling and honoring to share space with you all. And just some of the connections here, like Jean, who just came in here. I met her in 2007, learning about the tar sands, and her story really helped galvanize my resistance against the tar sands specifically. And Candace and Marius and Max, I met them, and they really galvanized my resistance against the nuclear waste disposal. Meeting Brian and just I've learned so much from him in the time together, and I've heard Nancy speak at other events and heard her story. Meeting all of you over the last couple of days has just been very, very, very humbling and honoring. I don't know how much this will be worth, but when I was, I guess, for the last, 5 years or 10 years or so, I've been trying to learn about people who really stand up to protect the earth. And as part of that, I went down to Mexico about this time last year to learn from the Zapatistas in southern Mexico. And they had what they call the Freedom School, where they invited all their international supporters to come learn from them. And I got this book. They made this book, one of their cooperatives, just a leather book or whatever. But in it, I took some notes. And in the beginning of this circle where it started today, Candace was talking about how what we need is we need water, and we need food, and we need energy, and we need shelter. And then I guess you can also put in that, we need some sort of transportation way to get around, and we need communication. And in the last 30 years of the Zapatistas working on their struggle, they've now been able to provide autonomous services for their community. They provide governance, they provide education, they provide clinics and medical, they even have their own banks, they have their own justice system, and they have their own businesses, and they have their own defense. And just listening today, I was really blown away by all the ideas I've heard, both long-term kind of dreams and aspirations, and more immediate ideas. And there were some parallels to what they were talking about and to what the things that they've implemented. And the idea of governance, when Peter, or not Peter, Roger talked about all the Dené coming together at a gathering, that's kind of like governance in a way. That's what I interpret it to mean. And this idea of the Dené law and asserting the Dené law in the territory is like the Dené governance. And then as far as the education side, I heard people today talk about land-based education and bringing people onto the land, bringing the youth onto the land, being on the land. I heard talk about a healing center. I heard talk about establishing camps. And I heard talk about doing community education and working with the community. And I heard talk about utilizing the media and doing speaking tours. And the business side of things, I guess that's kind of in development. We're all trying to deal with this colonial capitalist system that right now is on like an ecocidal rampage to extinction. So obviously dealing with money is really complex in that way, but trapping is an aspect of a more sustainable livelihood, or like the ecotourism that others were talking about. That's part of that. That can be part of that sustainable livelihood. And then the short term kind of immediate stuff. Like I think I've heard numerous people talk about the information and education and the fundraising. And I guess, you know, that's where I'm going to try to support in the way that I can. I'm between Saskatchewan and BC right now, really trying to support struggles in Saskatchewan and also support struggles in BC and support struggles in Alberta. And I have connections with people across those territories, and I think that the fundraising and the information and the education is really critical to bringing more people in. Because when I asked the Zapatistas about, I said, what do we do? What do we do when the government has even made wearing a mask, they've outlawed wearing a mask? And they said, well, you need more people. You need more people. You need to engage more people. And bring more people into the circle. And I was like, whoa, you know, that's a heavy idea. So anyway, I just want to commend you all on the amazing work that you're doing, and I'm going to, you know, share what you're doing as best I can in my way, and I want to come back and visit and hopefully help build some cabins or whatever is happened. You know, whatever you all are wanting to do, I want to support that, because what you're doing is incredible, and I don't want to understate that at all. It's absolutely incredible. So we're going to be heading out tonight with Candace and Marius and Max, and but thank you so much for your hospitality and doing everything you're doing, and stay strong, for sure. So thank you.